When was the last time that you truly made yourself feel special? I used to wait for someone else to give me the experiences that I wanted to have. But one day I had this moment where I realized, why am I waiting? Why can't I give these experiences to myself? So I did something crazy, y'all. I booked a solo trip to San Diego. Something really shifted for me on this trip. I just remember being by the ocean with my journal and just writing down what that moment felt like for me. And I felt so much freedom and liberation because I realized in that moment that, wow, I can create these experiences for myself and I didn't need to wait for anybody to do that. And this is really where the idea of solo dating kind of came into my life. And by the way, you don't need to be as dramatic as I was and book a solo trip to feel this shift. If you've ever felt like you're waiting on someone else to make you feel loved, valued, special, then today's video is for you. Today I'm going to share 10 solo date ideas that you can try all in your city, and these date ideas all can help you build your relationship with yourself, and they're gonna remind you how worthy you are of having all the experiences you want to have in life. By the end of this video, you'll have some inspiration for simple ways to just create more joy, fun, and excitement in your life. So let's get into the 10 solo date ideas I have. Solo date number 1 is to do a movie night at home. Like, don't tell me that doesn't sound fun. Like, put on your favorite movie or find a new movie that you've been wanting to watch and enjoy that. Like, light a candle, set up like a nice cozy like environment for yourself, like get your snacks, dim the lights in your room, and just make it a vibe. Like, make it a whole ass vibe for yourself. Solo date number 2, go to a cafe or go to a tea shop. Like, I love finding new cafes nearby where I live. I think it's so much fun. There's so many cafes that have like different styles, different aesthetics, different themes, and I just find so much joy finding new places and finding a new drink and just being like in a new area too, like just a different environment. So if there's a cafe you've been wanting to try, or if there's a tea shop you've been wanting to try, go take yourself there, and maybe even take your book with you or take your laptop with you. Like, you can make it like a cute little study date for yourself, or maybe you just take your journal with you and you just journal about how your day's going. I don't know, how your week's been going. You just make that an opportunity to check in with yourself. But oh my god, I think anyone can do this, and I feel like it's pretty low-key. You're just going to a cafe. Like, easy. Date number 3, you can make a vision board. Okay, on this channel we talk about believing in your worth, believing in the dreams that you're going to create for yourself. So why not make a vision board and get yourself so excited? Like, if you haven't already, but just things that inspire you, things that connect with the life that you want to create for yourself. And if you need ideas or just some inspiration, definitely check out the video that I'll have linked up here on some of the mistakes I actually made with my vision board last year and how I'm taking those lessons to create my vision board for this year. You could even go and take yourself to the cafe or a tea shop and make your vision board there. That way you're doing kind of like 2 things at once. Solo date number 4, I know y'all are gonna love this one, is a self-care day. Like, why not? Do a self-care day any time of the month, any time of the week, but just create like that schedule for yourself where you spoil yourself. Like, this to me is, I love this, like, because you can do a face mask, you can do a mani-pedi at home, you can even buy like, I don't know what they are, but I see them on TikTok, like that like massage thingy. I'll put like a picture here of what it is, but it's like, I think it's like $30 and it's like something you wrap around your back. Like, even that could be a date with yourself because it's you making time for you. It's something that involves you nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. Like, a date with yourself can look like anything. Solo date number 5 is to just spend some time in good old nature. Like, Mother Nature, she's here for us. She's there always. And I just find that like anytime I step outside is just like a breath of fresh air. Like, I genuinely feel like if I'm having a bad day, I'm not happy, or if I'm PMSing, I'm just not feeling great, stepping outside literally boosts my mood instantly. And so why not be outside? Like, if you know that being in nature makes you feel good, go outside and spend some time in nature. And I think this is super cute because you can like go for a scenic walk somewhere. Like, maybe you live by like a movie theater or like an outdoor mall and they have like just a bunch of cute little like restaurants and boutiques and cute little setups. Like, I love outdoor malls because you can even just go like window shopping. Or if you live by like a park or a garden, like we have the botanical gardens here. I'm pretty sure there's one everywhere, right? Like, I think every state has like their version of botanical gardens. Like, how pretty, like flowers there are so pretty, got all the colors. Like, it's just such a cutesy vibe. You see families there. Like, go outside and boost your, is it serotonin? Serotonin or dopamine, whatever. Go and boost your mood. Solo date number 6, so much fun. It's to try a new class, and classes can be anything: fitness class, pottery class, or maybe it's like a book club, something along those lines. But it's a great opportunity and great way to meet new people. That's why I love doing group classes. And I've done fitness classes. Like, I just started doing Studio Red at Vasa, and y'all, that class is tough, but I love it because it's quick and people in there are just so motivating. Everyone's in there like busting their ass, everyone's working out together. Like, I just love being in that type of a dynamic. I really want to try cooking classes next. I think that would be a lot of fun because normally I use an app on my phone to plan all my meals, but I think it'd be really cool to like be in an actual class learning from someone. So yeah, find a class. And Eventbrite or Eventsbrite, I always mix it up, but is an app that shows you classes where you live by. So if you just input like, I live in Denver, Colorado, or you put like your zip code, it'll show you classes nearby that you can attend. And sometimes they're free, sometimes they're 10 bucks, 30 bucks, 50 bucks. Like, you can pick whatever fits in your budget. But I think that takes like the brain work from having to like look really hard for classes, because Eventbrite will just show it to you based on your location. Solo date 7, go to the bookstore. Okay, go to the library. I love going to Barnes and Noble. It's such a vibe. It's so cute. I also like reading, so like, I guess this is like expected for me to say, but like, it's something about being in a library or that type of environment, like a bookstore, where it's just so relaxed. It's so laid back. Like, people are in there getting their knowledge on. Like, people are in there studying, people are in there working. Like, I feel so productive anytime I go to a bookstore. So that could be a great opportunity for you to pick out a new book, or to even just work on some stuff. Like, if there's some things you've been wanting to get to, you can take yourself on a date to the bookstore and do whatever you need to get done. Maybe you read for a little bit, or you work on whatever you need to work on, but just like, you can go to a bookstore and even do nothing, and that can still be considered a date because you're spending time with you and you're doing something that fills your own cup. And I just love going to bookstores. Something that I do, and feel free to do it if you want to, but anytime I go to a bookstore, I always pick one random book that I'm not looking for it. I'll just be in the bookstore and I'll literally just tell myself, like, whatever book catches my eye, we're gonna read that one. And I've done that for a couple years now, and it's always a book that is so life-changing for me. Like, I'll just pick a random book, whatever book speaks to me, and I think it's fun, and it gets me so excited to go to bookstores, because every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna find a book that I know is gonna be like, it's gonna be so life-changing for me, it's gonna be so meaningful. So I don't know, that's just something that I really like to do, is just pick a random book every time I go, and I let the book find me. Solo date number 8, I have not done this one yet, but I will once it starts warming up. But it's just to do like a little sunset picnic with yourself. Like, I think this is so cute, y'all. Like, go and get your favorite snacks, take your book with you, take your journal with you, take your headphones, take a little blankie, and go find a cute park and just watch the sunset. Like, oh my god, I love that. I've done something similar, but with working. Like, in the summer last year, I would take my laptop with me and I would go to the park and I would just work, but not really be fully present. And that's something that I definitely want to do, is like do a picnic date with myself, but like just kind of be present in that moment and not necessarily be working on something, but just being in that moment. So let me know if you guys have done that. Like, if anyone has done a picnic date and how it went. Like, I would love to hear about that, because that's something I haven't done, but something that I really, really want to do. Solo date number 9 is go to the art museum, or go find like a gallery, like whatever, and just go walk around, learn some new stuff. Oh my god, I love going to museums so much. I think it's so much fun. I feel like every time I go, I always learn something new, and I just think it's so fascinating, especially like history and seeing stuff from years ago, thousands of years ago. Like, I find that so fascinating, and it's just I love being in a museum. And you know what, at least I know that in Colorado, like, usually the first Sunday of one of the museums is free, and then I think there's like second Tuesday of the month the museum's free. So you can even see like in your local area what museums offer sort of deals like that, because you don't even have to pay. Like, this can be a free date, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to save money when I can. So look up like what museums are offering deals and go during that part of the month and go learn something new and have fun doing it. And I think from a lot of these public solo date ideas, the museum is kind of the most low-key, because people are always kind of walking around on their own. Like, even if they go in a group, like one person in the group might be over there looking at whatever, and then the other person might be on the other side. Like, I think the museum is really low-key because people don't necessarily stick together the whole time. Like, I know when I've gone with friends, with family, for field trips in schools, like, we always kind of do our own thing, but then kind of come back together. So if you're looking for an opportunity to do something in public by yourself, but you're feeling a little bit intimidated, but you kind of want to get through that fear anyway, I think the museum is a really good place to start. And then my last solo date idea is to just do like a nice dinner for yourself at home. Like, find a new recipe that you haven't tried before and cook yourself a nice meal, y'all. Like, give yourself a nice, like, at-home dinner date. Like, put all your love into the meal that you're cooking. Like, put all your energy into that meal and really fill your soul, fill your heart, fill your tummy. Like, and I promise, like, you'll feel that. Like, you'll feel the loving energy you put into the things that you do when you're doing it for yourself. And I think this is really fun also because you don't have to be good at it. Like, you don't have to be good at cooking, but just find something online, find the recipe. I use the app Mealime. I'll put a screenshot here. It's not sponsored. I tell everybody, use Mealime. That's the app I've been using for like 5 years. Like, they have just made my life so much easier when it comes to cooking, and they make it really easy to follow their instructions, and their recipes are super easy, like, to just get in the grocery store. Like, I love that app. So find a recipe, make it at home, enjoy your meal, and just feel good. Feel good about yourself for prioritizing yourself. So before we close out today's video, I have a homework assignment for you guys. There's 3 things. Number 1, make a promise to yourself that you are going to take yourself out on a date. And I would even recommend going back into the chapters and finding the one thing that you want to do. I also have the chapters linked in the description so you can see where all the chapters were as far as the timestamps go. But pick one of those things and make a promise to yourself that you are going to take yourself out on a date. Assignment number 2, baby, put it on your calendar. Like, utilize your calendar. I love Google Calendars. Like, I think the digital calendars are just a little bit easier for me than a paper calendar or physical, but do what you need to do. But put it on your calendar. If you're gonna date yourself, if you're gonna love yourself, like, you're gonna have to, like, hold yourself accountable to, like, the ideas that you have and the places you want to take yourself. Because I'm telling y'all, like, it's really easy to, like, fall through on the own plans you make with yourself, especially in this self-love journey of, like, oh, I'm too busy, or like maybe you prioritize other people in your life. I know I've done that many times where I'll say that I'll take myself somewhere, or I'll go to the gym just to feel better about myself, and then I compromise that to just do something else that's not even important to me. So make a promise to yourself. And I really believe that when we put things in our calendar, we're more likely to do it, because, like, your calendar is important to you. All your reminders are on there, all your to-dos are on there, all the important events are on there. So make your self-love a priority that goes above everything else and put it on your calendar. And once a week, once a month, every other month, it doesn't matter, but put it on your calendar and follow through with the plans that you're gonna make with yourself. And then number 3 is to watch my video on how to stop obsessing over love and how to start focusing on yourself. I'll have that video linked over here, and that video is actually part of my Date Yourself series, including today's video, which will also be in that playlist. That video is gonna be good for anyone who's just needing a little bit more inspiration, or maybe you just want to learn a little bit on why you should want to pursue a relationship with yourself. So definitely check that out. Dating yourself is a privilege, y'all, that we all have a right to. We all have access to that self-love that we have within us, and that's what this channel is all about. So if you resonated with today's video, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll have more self-love content for you guys. I have this question pinned in the comment section today. I'm definitely interested in hearing which solo date idea you're excited to try. You are worthy of feeling loved, you're worthy of feeling special, and you're worthy of having these exciting experiences in life. And you get to give that to yourself. You don't have to wait on a partner. You don't have to wait on anyone to do certain things, to do the solo trip, to go on the date night, to go to the movie theater, to just live life. Like, you can do those things alone. And I'm not saying you have to be alone forever. I'm just saying, while we are all in this moment of life, experiencing it for what it is, let's make it the best of what it is until our dream partners come into our life. So start making yourself feel special this weekend. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.